So when dealing with emotional baggages or healing from hurts and breakups, there are three things you must never do. Number one of it is don't expose yourself to music that stir up negative emotions and feelings. They are not necessary. Some people feel comfortable with that. They feel like they want to cry and they play some songs that make them cry, that makes them feel bad, that make them feel this chemistry that even take them deeper into the hurt and into the pain. Remember, you don't need to feel very bad. You don't have to keep exposing yourself to bad feelings because it has the ability to make you sick and break your organs. So you have to try as much as possible to make sure that you are fine, you are happy, you are good, you are not always feeling bad because bad feelings are not good for your health. So you have to stay away from songs and words that torment and make you feel even much bad. Stay away from emotional songs when you are hurt or when you have breakups. Stay away from breakup songs. Stay away. You had divorce. Stay away from some movies as well that you see and they are actually talking in that direction or they are once those songs or movies or pictures that you are seeing begins to affect you, like affect your emotions negatively, just know that those materials are not the right for you. It could even be books that you are reading, it could be novels and that, and it's actually stirring up those negative emotions. It's important that you completely stay away from them because they are going to do more damage than they heal you. Be intentional about it. So the next thing you must not do when you are dealing with emotional baggage is staying with toxic people or people I call triggers. There are people who don't help the matter. They remind you of the experience or the hurt. It could even be people who led to the situation. So try as much as possible to stay away from them. It's okay to stay completely away from some certain kind of people when you are dealing with emotional baggage or you are healing from hurt and breakups. You mustn't stay with everybody. When you notice that these people or this person don't contribute to my healing, rather they trigger what makes me even worse, you just have to stay away from them. Give some space because your healing is very, very important. So the next mistake you shouldn't make when healing from emotional baggage and hurt is not being intentional about what you see, like or where you go or the things that you do, the people you mingle with. You have to be intentional because you are actually having a therapy at the moment. And of course, when you are taking some medication, you shouldn't be exposed to some certain environments or some certain things because at that moment you need some privacy, you need some time for yourself so that you can heal properly. So be intentional about who you see, where you go to, what you hear, what you listen to, what you accept. Say no when you should say no and say yes where necessary. It is your life and you have to make sure that you live it well without complicating issues for yourself by being careless about the things that are just happening around you. You have to draw boundaries where you should so that you get yourself properly healed and do away with some emotional baggages because sometimes some friends are the ones who contributed to emotional baggage and their influence is not contributing to your healing. Their influence might even be making the situation worse. Take for instance a friend who don't forgive. If you have such a friend and you are dealing with unforgiveness, of course you cannot be free from such lifestyle if you still keep such friend because your friend has a level of influence, strong influence over you by words, by actions. Your friends influence you the same way you influence your friend. So if you know you are dealing with unforgiveness, it is very important to stay away from friends, families, or anyone or any environment that makes you, not to come out of it. If there are people like that, be intentional about drawing your boundaries, be intentional about staying away from them because you are dealing with something. And at that moment, you don't need those negative energies around you because they are never going to